afternoon media platform. My name is Tanika Brooks. I'm an immigration paralegal based out here in Bridgeport, Connecticut. I know many people may ask, why do I keep saying I'm an immigration paralegal? All right, so backstory. I actually went to school for my associates in paralegal studies. When I was in Jamaica, I did accounting, but when I came here, I switched. I didn't want to do accounting, so I switched to immigration. And when I moved from Maine and came to Connecticut, 2015, I remember I was working at a call center for a bank. And I'm like, what am I doing in my life? What's going on here? And I remember I had a review from a call I had done. And my manager at the time, he only looked on the negatives and not the positives that I had done on all the other calls. And I'm like, you know what? This is enough. So I remember just sitting there and just typing immigration paralegal jobs in Connecticut, and I applied for my very first role that I moved into 2015, 2016. I did that job as a entry level immigration paralegal. I worked for that employer for 5 years, and in that 5 years, I learned to do almost every type of employment based and family based immigration. And one thing with me, and I can add, and I can say this to anyone looking to enter this field: never say no when you're offered an opportunity to learn a different area of law. And so when I left there, I was a senior immigration paralegal. At that time, I was handling H1Bs, H1Bs, E1, E2s, Ls, Ts, I-140 perms, and I was handling over 500 plus cases. That means I'm working with maybe 10 to 15 different employers with around 100 or more employees in each of these employers, right? And I also assisted with 3 to 4 different attorneys at the time. And I said, you know what? I want to change of scenery. I want to go in house and work as a paralegal in house, right? What in house means is that I would send information to the paralegals at the law firms, right? So I was a law firm, and paralegals would send information to me to do the work on the outside. Now, when you go inside, I thought it was going to be less work, right? However, when I worked in house, I was the senior immigration and mobility specialist, right? So found out that they don't have any outside counsel, the counsel is inside, and that I would do all the work. So pretty much I was handling case matters for over 500 employees in house from the scratch. So everything from day one to getting their work permit or their H1Bs to green cards. Those that was my daily bread. But I wanted more. I got bored again. I got bored because there was nothing interesting there. I wanted to see more stuff. And I tried a different role, never worked. This was 2023, where I was let go from both jobs because I got bored of one, never like the other one, right? And then I'm like, I think it's time to push my business further. But from 2020, I had registered my business, as you can see. And these were made by my darling cousin in Canada. And my logo was made by Shay. She's in Jamaica. So I support everyone that I can support. So she came up with this logo and everything. I give her the name, and she came up with my logo from Big Up Yourself, Shana. And I went to my business in Connecticut, and I began to, get softwares to make my life much easier. So I pretty much brought whatever I learned from the law firm and in-house into my business, right? And that is why I call myself an immigration paralegal. I don't call myself a paralegal or a consultant because you guys out there that you did your own case and you assume you know everything, and then you start calling yourself paralegals, or you got a paralegal certificate, or you go through those little courses that they offer you, and you guys call yourself paralegals. Well, I am different. I must say I worked in the field, and even recently I worked as a senior business immigration specialist at a law firm in New York for 3 months. And I miss going to work. I do miss work, but I also enjoy helping others, right? So when you guys don't see me on the platform, don't feel like I'm hiding away from you guys. I'm also studying, right? One thing I learned is that you're never too old to learn something. You're never too old to push for your dreams. So if you guys are out there, while you're waiting for your case to be processed, find stuff to do with your time to evolve yourself, and don't stay in one position, all right? Continue to elevate and enhance yourself. It is here for all of us. It is here for all of us. Everyone can eat, and no need to fight against somebody on the platform that is doing the same thing. Just remember one thing: everyone has a different level of experience, and everyone will handle different cases. For me, I won't take every cases. I don't do asylum cases because what? I know for that you at some point will require an attorney, and so I will not touch that case. For the VAWA cases, I used to send them off to this other person that is on here that I know very well. But persons want me to try it. And I've tried a few cases, and so far they're doing very well. And I want to thank my clients who always come and say, no, try it. We have faith in you, try it. I really appreciate that, and I thank you very much. And I will continue to do what I do. And you guys know me. If I don't know something, I have my attorneys that I can call and ask questions. And for cases that require an attorney, I do refer them, right? So I'm not a person here that is on for myself. I do share for other persons to eat. No, even for like the special immigrant juvenile cases that I know I can't take because I can't go to court, I do outsource these to attorneys. I also introduce to clients that are in areas where they can't afford a preparer or a paralegal like myself, that there are a lot of institute for refugees and immigrants out there that you can go to and get your paperwork done. The only difference with them, us, and the attorneys, we pay more attention to your cases. Why? Because when you do go to the attorneys, when you go to these agencies, it is the paralegals, us, that handles your case. So that's why I'm not talking for the other person on the platform here, I can tell you of in-depth knowledge what is the A, the B, the C, and the D. I will not tell you something that is so negative your case. I will tell you something to better prepare you for your case. So this way, you won't be alerted by USCIS to say that I need this, because we know USCIS or the operator. It's either you get the evidence before you file, or you will be given a short period of time to respond, and you may not have that time, right? So if you're using preparers on here, paralegals on here, consultants on here, immigration paralegals on here, ask the relevant question that you need so that they can better help you. If you realize they can't help you, move on to somebody else that will. And if you feel the prices are too high that you're being charged, ask around. Ask around. There's no killing. And one more thing before I go, I am begging everyone to read and ask questions. That's all. Read and ask questions. It will help all of us. With that being said, do have a blessed day.